Bad weather forced the suspension of search efforts today. It's already Tuesday morning in Perth. Nearly a dozen aircraft are involved in that search. China, Australia, Japan, and the United States have all sent assets to the region. They're launching from Australia's west coast in Perth. CCTV's Tony Cheng is live there, and he joins us with an update on things. And Tony, I guess weather a real problem there today, I take it.
It is a real problem. We had a couple of days of good weather. Then yesterday we heard things were getting bad. Today, a couple of hours ago, we got the message just as those planes should have been taking off for this area about 2,500 kilometers to the west of Western Australia. We got the message that the search was being called off. There are high winds, high seas, there are waves of up to 4 meters high, and it's going to be an enormous frustration. We've seen that search effort gaining momentum. We saw yesterday 2 Chinese planes joining the search, 2 Japanese planes were due to join today, 12 planes in total, specialist radar equipment ready to get in there and try and find whatever evidence there is of this plane, and that they appear certainly to be searching in the right area if this satellite information from the UK is to be trusted. But the weather is just not working. There's a cyclone in the region, and in fact apparently weather conditions are so bad that they're even pulling out the ships that were heading to that region to try and pick up anything that had been sighted on the visual sightings overhead.
We tried to refine that yesterday with one of the New Zealand aircraft, and unfortunately they didn't find it, and that's the nature of it. You only have to be off by a few hundred metres in a fast-travelling aircraft, and so we've gone back to that area again today to try and re-find it, but also continuing on with a methodical search of the rest of the area.
Just hearing from Mark Barton there. Tony, besides the weather, just the sheer size of the search area also has to be problematic. What are officials saying about that?
It's very problematic. It's taking these planes 4 hours just to fly out to the zone itself, and then they have 2 hours of fuel to search, and then they have to head straight back again. So it is an enormously complicated operation. In fact, yesterday we had seen the first few rays of hope with, first of all, the Chinese planes sighting some debris, 2 large objects described as suspicious by the pilot, surrounded by some white objects. And then in the afternoon, we heard from one of the Australian planes that they had also seen 2 large objects. In conjunction with the satellite imagery we'd seen earlier in the week, it does suggest that there's something out there, but the enormous frustration is for the crews here and for those Navy ships that are actually in the region, is that although things have been sighted on satellite and from the air, they haven't actually managed to pick any of this stuff up yet. There is an awful lot of debris floating around in the ocean, so they can't prove conclusively that this is evidence of the crash of MH370.
Tony Cheng live for us in Perth, Australia. Thank you.